Okay, hello everyone and welcome to Ero Pc F2, where today we are going to be racing around the Autodromo e Dino Enzo Ferrari, something like that, for the Gran Premio del Made in Italy Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. I've definitely got that wrong, but who cares? So, let's get my stuff on. I don't need tyres. Yes, here we are. And we'll go on board with the first person around the track, I guess, why not? We'll wait for whoever's first to start their lap, and then we'll go on board, give a quick rundown of the track. Anyways, you got me again this week. Well, not me again, me back this week. As well, I haven't been here the last 2 weeks commentating, but you know what? I thought I'd actually turn up today. Nah, I'm just kidding. I've been busy doing other stuff. So, yeah. Hopefully, I've come back for an interesting race. Otherwise, I am depressed. Also, people are messaging me on Discord already. It's not looking good, bruv. Anyway. So, it does look like Kopaszewski is going to be the first person to start a lap here in the Alfa Romeo. So, out of the final corner and onto the start-finish straight. Taking a very tight line to start the lap. Some people will maximise the distance before the start line by going wider and cut across the finish line. It's just one of the little sweaty tactics. Anyway, into Tamburello, down to 4th, 5th, and that's that lap gone. Can we quickly jump on board with Bodian instead? So, now into Variante Villeneuve, I believe it's called, down to 4th, using a bit of the exit curb up into Tosa, braking just after the 50-metre board, carrying speed through in 3rd, up to 4th, and then just powering through the gears up towards Piratella, braking just after the 50-metre board again, down to 5th, a difficult one to keep in track limits and a little bit of a snap of oversteer there, as he comes now down into Aqua Minerale, takes it in 3rd, and gets a very nice run through there actually. Now towards Variante Alta with the name Dodgy Curbs, and ooh, he has come accustomed to those curbs, as we'll jump on board with his teammate Imshaz here, who manages to get it nicely through the chicane and is now heading down towards the Ravazzas, braking about 70 metres there, down to 4th, and then just sort of maximising the track through these corners as you head then up to the line, and I say 1:16.9 to start us off, followed by a Williams, Dino I believe that is. Oh, that wasn't a Williams, that was an Alpine, but the Alpine invalidated as Dino goes quickest with a 16 flat, so not much has changed since I've been gone, and his teammate Martin Rusnak actually goes up to 2nd, just 2 tenths behind Dordovic in the Ferrari. One of the reserve drivers for the tier goes to 3rd, and everyone's coming across the line. Next is the 2 Mercedes of Adam and Richard. No, not Adam and Richard. Richard's not here. So Adam and Joe Fagali, and they respectively go P5 and 8 as Milan Dirksen jumps to 8th. Then I completely missed Rocky, somewhat a name I'm not familiar with, because he's only raced when I've not commentated. But he jumps up into 2nd place. And then we have, who else on the lap? Jumienchuk? Yep, Jumienchuk's on the lap, not invalidated either. So on board with the Alfa Romeo. And it's a 51 flat middle sector. And nice through that chicane. Managed to not get any wheel spin on the exit as well when powering up through the gears, which can be an issue. Almost goes out of track limits there though, and that was very close. As up to the line for the Alfa Romeo, it looks like a decent lap, it is, and it's P4. As Marvin Murr follows behind, then right. Okay, Marvin, we know you're quick, but no need to go 6 tenths quicker on your banker than everyone else. Like, Okay. As we have Vlad, purple middle sector, and well, that's 6 tenths quicker than what Jimmy Incho did, so this could be another time in the 15s here. And if it is, then what a start from these two drivers with amazing banker laps. When I was seeing a few laps earlier, the best I did on a banker was a 15.7. And up to the line, it is going to be a 15.7 for Vlad. And yeah, a very strong lap from those drivers there. Is Adam going again? Definitely not, he's on no battery. Don't be silly, Adam. Anyways, Darius here, going again, obviously invalidated on his first run, but well, Imola's a short track, you've got plenty of time to get a lot of laps in, and well, he's put on a fresh set of tyres, so he's probably going to be using all 4 sets of the softs this session. It's a purple first sector, but we know what it's like when you haven't set a lap, it's normally quite glitched, so I wouldn't take that too much into account yet. Spodium keeps it nice in the track limits. We can compare on middle sector times because that's like the only thing I know apparently about this track. Oh, that's a massive snap, and he's done well to keep that out the barrier. And fair enough to him. There's Adam's lagging all over the place. Well done, Adam. Anyways, next to start a lap might potentially be Bodian again. Interestingly enough, as the McLaren is going into the pits actually, so he's going to go for his third set of tyres, and we're only just coming up to the halfway point in this session. Anyways, his teammate Imchas, here's the wider line I was talking about. Onto a lap now, got the battery on, and off we go. Barreling straight down towards Tamburello. No traffic ahead. There was just a few cars exiting the pit lane there. Puts it up into 6th gear and then into 7th. As holding it just in 7th before Villeneuve there. Then into Tosa, and that is almost half a tenth up on his original lap time. As the McLaren now heads into Piratella, and using all of the track there, that was very nice. He heads down into Aqua Minerale, and again really nice through there, so it's looking like a very tidy lap, especially this middle sector, but it's only a 1/10 improvement, and I thought it'd be more than that, as this lap is looking very nice. But maybe all the times in the final sector, maybe that's what I'm turning a blind eye to. As he gets the first and second corner nicely, this is going to be an improvement. Surely, he looked way faster than a 1:16.9. And it's a 1:16.5 for the McLaren. Next up is Matusiak, who just beat me. Thanks, Matusiak. Next, Kopaszewski, up to the line. It's a 17.4. Or is it just starting the lap? I don't know. Cody Reed jumps to 9th in the Aston Martin, however, as we also have Robbie Kinnable. Didn't add me, so I think that's a penalty these days. I don't know. I should probably pay more attention to this stuff, as Martin Rosnack goes ahead of the Red Bull of Duroki, and I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry. Names are confusing. Anyways, we have Dordovic here, 3.5 tenths up in the Ferrari, and if he stays 3.5 tenths up, he's probably going to be in the top 5. Lost a bit of time though, and goes to 7th, however, so it's still good, as didn't even realise we had some imposter in the session. As my OCD's really hurting here, the fact that I've been pinged like 6 times. Oh god. I see what I've missed. Let me jump in the commentary room. There we go. I might have someone to join me. Wait. That's good. Anyways, I'm just going to continue onwards with doing my own thing. And who have we got? We got Vlad, who's invalidated. And then Robbie, who's very far down. So I don't think that's going to be an improvement. I think everyone's just on an in-lap right now. I thought this is a inconvenient time, shall I say, as Adam's either moving it the way or binned it on the exit of the Variante Alta. As here comes Elliot now, up to the line in the Aston Martin, and goes 2/10 quicker up to P12, so Aston Martin, as I was going to say that, it's just changed, thank you Bodiam. But I was going to say Aston Martin were locking out the 6th row, but no they're not, as Bodiam jumps to 5th in his McLaren, and finally managed to get a lap time in, and it's a very good one as well, so I think he'll be quite happy with that, as Kopaszewski heads to the pit lane. What about Adam? Adam looks to be pushing. There's 1.5 tenths up in Sector 1 already. Currently down in 18th, he needs to find over half a second if he even wants to challenge here, so Mercedes is going to need to get a bit of a move on at the moment, but we know that he can do that within the races this season, and he can do much better than this as, ooh, maybe that's an issue that's stopping him from improving the invalidations. As unfortunately for Adam, he has invalidated as Elliot looks to be having some sort of issue there with his wheel. Anyways, what about Jumienchuk in the Alfa Romeo? Currently on the 16.4, a very strong lap time. Can he improve even further? We shall find out shortly. No, he's going to the pit lane. Hold up, let me... Okay, give me 2 moments, as I might have someone to commentate with, which would be nice. Luckily, everyone's just preparing the final run right now. Okay. There we go. Hello?
Hello.
There we go. You should be able to see the game there.
Yeah, I can see everything, yeah.
Okay, there we go. So, let me... Sorry, I need to get my stuff back up on the stream. There we go. Okay. So, I think Paul Hill's just started a run here in the Ferrari, as... Ooh, he's hit the inside curb and spun round there. Already had a slightly compromised line from going a bit wide in the exit there. As Cody's followed him round.
So everyone's spinning now.
Yeah, everyone's struggling with Tamburello, mostly.
Yeah, it's a tricky corner, of course.
Yeah.
So Puskadi at P3, he's like the championship leader, right?
I believe he's still leading the championship, unless something massively's changed while I've not been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, he won 3 times in a row, and then the last couple of races he was struggling a bit, but yeah, let's see if he can pick it up now today.
Yeah, we got Adam Matuziaki 1.3 seconds down, so he's not going to be improving on this particular lap. Paul Hill already had a spin. So I think everyone's just preparing their laps right now, to be fair, as we only have 2 minutes left.
Big gaps, man, in the field.
Yeah.
Wow. Like the top 10 is already separated by a second.
I mean, I'm interested to see what Marvin can do on his last run, as that 15.4 was his banker lap, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. As the lobby liked a bit there, hopefully that's just on my end.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
It was like starting a lap. This is confusing, just trying to find who's on the lap because of the glitch where it says people are on a lap when they're actually on the right lap.
Yeah, this game is really buggy.
Jimmy Enshock is on a lap and half a tenth down, but could still find some time in the final sector, as I think he's turned his battery off and potentially, well, he's got 1 minute 20, so he's going to have to do a very quick lap around again.
Yeah, so it's really hard to improve it on the second stint.
He's put the battery back on there. He was only 3/10 down. Maybe he should have just gambled with getting an extra tenth or two through the final sector. May have been the smarter idea there.
And he's also almost out of fuel, so...
Bodian's starting a lap again. Same issue. What about Vlad Rosu in the Haas? And again, another 8 lap. Great. They really need to fix this because it's really confusing when commentating. Anyways, here we go. Joe Fagali jumps to 13th.
Oh, that's decent.
So 16.7. What about Duroki? No, that's just starting a lap again. Oh, but Rusnak jumped to 2nd actually.
Ooh, but his teammate is also improving now. Dino.
Yeah, Dino's a 10.5 up there.
Yeah.
So it's downboard in the final sectors. A few cars just heading through the Ravazza.
You might be looking at P2 now.
Yeah, if he can keep it. And he's kept it very nicely through the final corner. Up to the line. It's a 15.5 and a very strong time for 2nd place.
Really, really good time. But still, that lap time of Mir is incredible. Like.
Yeah, and the fact that that's his banker and he's not even improving on that. And so Track Evolution hasn't really played an effect as he's actually gone slightly quicker.
Oh my god, 2 tenths
yeah,
quicker.
2 tenths quicker actually, yeah.
Wow.
So he was equal to his time, so all the time was in the final sector for Marvin.
Oh my god.
That's a time competitive enough for that's faster than what I've done so far when practicing for Imola tomorrow, so
yeah.
Easily a time credible enough for near the top of PCF1. Like
I mean, even in F4 where I'm driving, I've seen people doing quicker times than some of the guys that are now in P15. So
yeah,
it's also track dependent, of course, but let's see if you can improve. Yeah, to P6.
Good luck from
Dordovic. Yeah.
As Imshaz is also improving and now
yeah.
takes
oh,
P6.
He's now P6, yeah. But still, that gap, man. Like, Mur. I remember last race, I think it was also like Rosu and Mur were fighting in the front, like. But I think there was like an accident. I don't know if one guy got penalized for it.
I haven't really taken too much of a look at that. I think, oh yeah, Milan's not got a front wing, so
yeah.
that's going to end the session.
Not ideal.
Well, that was a pretty dominant qualifying from Marvin.
My god. Yeah, also last week Dino already told that Mur was like really quick, and well, we can see that.
Yeah. So Marvin Mur on pole, the Williams having a great qualifying in 2nd and 3rd there. Vlad Rosu in 4th in the Haas, Duroki 5th, Imshaz 6th with his teammate not too far behind in 8th, sharing the 4th row with Dordovic. Then Milan Dirksen and Matusiak round out the top 10 with then Jimmy Enshock, Paul Hill, Fagali, Reed, Sorensen, Leipzig, Kopaszewski and Robbie Kinnable, who has already been given the penalty points for not adding me. That was quick from Watch, I saw.
That's not ideal.
Yeah. Right, and the
Yeah,
poll has
I think
ended.
last week Williams also qualified really strong. I think I remember they qualified second and third or second and fourth. So
Very good one lap
yeah,
pace from them, which is
yeah,
uh, well, it's good to start with one lap pace, but then you just need to carry that
yeah,
over into the race, and
yeah.
if you can do that, you'll be good. Anyways, the poll has entered in the chat. 66% of people think someone else is going to win other than the name suggested, and 33% of the votes went to Marvin.
Well, yeah. I think as it stands now, I would also vote for Marvin. So
Yeah.
I mean,
If his race pace is the same as his one lap pace, then
yeah. I think if there's someone who can compete for the championship, it's him. Like,
mm, if there's someone who can chase after Dino, then he's definitely got
yeah,
the pace for it. I think
yeah,
he's like third. I had a quick look before just to
yeah.
try and
I think
remember
the
stuff.
points gap is still really big because, but I think it's like manageable. I mean, if Dino, even if Dino is finishing P2 for the rest of the season, I think Mur can like win a couple.
We have someone in the chat saying that Adam Lapage is going to win.
Oh, Leipzig.
I can't remember
So,
who he
are there
qualified.
any medium starters? Like most people are starting in hard, so I
All
am.
right,
But
two,
oh,
three,
I
four,
s-
five. Yeah, no formation lap. 5 red lights, and we are away. I will quickly just flick through
ooh,
to that so you can take a look
a
at the
lot of
tyres
guys
as
in
Marvin gets
mediums.
a great start, and then there's 3 white just behind here
Oh,
as
oh,
Vlad moves up into second place. As
wow.
Vladimir goes into first, and he's gone straight round the outside there and taken the lead. Marvin's dropping places very quickly.
Yeah.
As the two Williams have
Oh,
caught up, there's a Red Bull who's lost it in the background. I think that's Rocky. As everyone's moving now through Villeneuve, and there's contact there, and one of the Ferraris is around. I believe that's
oh,
Dordovic.
Mur is all the way in the back.
Mer's down to 16th already from the
Yeah.
start, so
I think he has damage maybe.
I think there might have been contact after
Yeah,
what
because
happened
he
at the
dropped
start.
so quickly. And
Yeah.
look at them, the Williams are looking really strong now.
Yeah, Rosenak's in second on hards, but he
Yeah,
looks to be really struggling there. I assume that's just cold tyres off the start, but
yeah.
probably got a warning there just for running wide. As he's
It's
not too
really
far behind Vlad.
really nice that Rosnak has his teammate behind because Rosnak is on hards and now Dino can defend for his life to help his teammate.
Yeah, as there's some invisible yellow flags in turn 1.
Yeah, I also noticed like,
Oh
and
yeah,
again,
look, what's going on?
yeah, that's a glitch. Like,
Yeah, brilliant.
well, welcome to F122.
As we see a move here, Jimmy Enshuk moving up into 6th place. Fagali and Bodian just behind him though, as
Yeah,
Bodian's going
Bodian
to
is
try and
looking
retake the position.
nice move on the outside.
And
Ooh.
that was close between them. He's had to go a bit on the sausage curbs and sort of forces the Alfa Romeo out wide, and that's a late for Gardy to get into this fight. And is he going to try down the
Oh,
outside
DNF.
there? Oh, and that's Cody out as well. What's happened there?
Safety car, safety car.
I think that's a VSC.
Oh, VSC, yeah. So Reed is out. Was he involved in that battle? Like, I think he was like P... I don't know. Nah, he was P12, I think.
I think that's the delta on the steering wheel, or it normally shows it.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case, because it says 59 seconds above delta. Which wouldn't make sense, but yeah. It's just the state of this game being very glitched at the moment, so...
And that's where he pays $60 for.
Exactly.
Like...
Worth every penny as we're on the
Every
way
penny.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dino's got a great restart right on the back of
Ooh,
his
yeah.
teammate, but, well, they are teammates. I don't think they're going to be fighting too much here, as well as the drivers as the constructors to go for, as well as it looks like we've got a spinner of Elliott there in the
Ooh.
Aston Martin.
So the Aston Martin's not having a good race now. Like one of them already out.
Yeah, not an unfortunate start for them, but
So where did Rosu actually started? Because
if we take a look at the detail for the position changes, so he started P4 on the grid,
oh yeah, well, amazing start then.
and some of the biggest gainers are Robbie, who's gone to 11th from the back of the grid, and Fagali, who's up 6 from 13th on the grid. So,
and the biggest shocker is like Murray, he's all the way back now.
And he's just made a move on Kopashevsky actually, so
Yeah.
he's gonna have a lot of work to do, but
yeah, I
if
think
he can do it, it'd be a great drive from the Alpine.
I think with his pace and compared to the other drivers, he should be able to crawl back up to the front. So, but yeah, it's really tough to overtake.
A bit of a moment there from Emilia-Romagna because there's yellow flags. That's Adam Matusiak behind. Is that going to be a safety car which will stop this battle? I don't think it is.
But there is a DNF.
Close, yeah.
Matusiak. So Rose is picking up the pace.
As Dino goes into second place using the DRS to get past his teammate, and maybe a tactical swap around from Williams.
He wasn't fighting at all, so yeah, it's
as we have a lot of fights back here for Gali and Emilia-Romagna because there's contact between them, but a great save there by the Mercedes.
Yeah,
as this is
spun there.
I guess you can almost call that free wide as the Alpine backs out. Doesn't want to get too close as Emilia-Romagna runs just off track there, and that's the lane for Gali through, and also Robbie. But he's going to have to hold this one round the outside, and he's done that very nicely and moves up into 8th. So, good move from the Alpine, but
there's a big gap between the top 6 and the rest.
Yeah, sort of. These two groups and then everyone else from 12th downwards is sort of just separated at the moment.
Yeah.
Most of the drivers who were involved in contact early on.
And also Murray is not really close to his to the guy in front, so
yeah, he's gonna have to close that gap if he wants the benefit of the DRS.
I mean, I wouldn't bet any money that he's gonna win anymore, but
he doesn't get the greatest of exits, but he's only 4 tenths behind, and yeah, with the DRS he's gonna fly past here, and get a terrible camera angle, but there we go, that's a bit better. As Robbie moves up into 7th as he's overshot turn 1 there and got a bit over the sausage curves, and that's going to invite Fagali on the outside here. And very close there. That was very close to not being a car's length as we got the helicopter camera. As the Alfa Romeo tries cutting under. That's a lovely move from Emilia-Romagna.
Oh man, the Merc is dropping, man.
But he's got a good exit of the corner. He's going to try and fight this one back. As they head up now towards Piratelli, you don't want to go side by side through here very often. Emilia-Romagna drives it around the outside, does have to go off the track though. That might be a warning as Fagali don't try and dive it into Acqua Minerale.
Should he give the place back? Like in real life they should, I think, but he's not giving it back.
Yeah, he did technically have to go off track to complete the move. He would he could argue that he was originally ahead, but I don't know. It's an interesting one if the stewards have to look at it, as we've got a fight here. Milan Dirksen really sticking it up the inside there, and I think he carried that much speed, he just had to slam the brakes on the exit and got very on the curb, and that almost sent him straight into the barriers, but he's got up into 5th place now and can chase after the other McLaren of Imtiaz.
So Bodian is really close to Milan now.
Yeah. As further back, we've got Robbie and Emilia-Romagna here. These guys love a fight into turn 1, these three do. As some great racing between them so far.
Those three have been close for a long time now.
Yeah. So a bit of a mistake there from Robbie, as that allows Fagali back past, and
who's Robbie?
the one in P9.
Oh, Scallop.
Yeah, it's because he doesn't have his name. I can't always pronounce his last name.
I'm really surprised. Like, it's F2, but how much the drivers are struggling to keep it on track, man. I've seen them all go off track. Like, that also tells you how tricky it is. Like Imola.
So they're going to go side by side here, and well, Robbie's got a penalty for that. As he could be in such chicane. As also, look at this. All of these cars behind have caught up now. Adam Lapage, Paul Hill, Elliot Sorensen, and Marvin Mears back with all of these guys now. So
yeah, the big DRS train.
All the way up to 7th. So
yeah,
think Marvin will be happy to know that points aren't too far away from him as Bodian moves back past Milan Dirksen.
Yeah, that's. I think it's good, but they're losing a lot of time, of course, to the top. What is it? Top 5?
Top 4.
Top 4. Yeah.
Well, I'd say you can say top 4 as all there's yellow flags. That's Robbie and Elliot reigned. 2 separate incidents it looks like there.
Wow.
So after fighting a lot, Marvin Mersney going for a move for 11th place as Paul's really squeezed him there. That's not enough for him at all.
Nah, that's.
As the Alpine's just going to go straight back at him now, up the inside, gives him a bit of a push backwards, so some aggressive driving there.
Wow.
I think he did that out of spite for Paul, not leaving him any room the corner before, so they've gone even on that one.
Are we watching F2 or F4? Like,
honestly,
man.
I don't know.
It's crazy how quick Rosu is, man. He created a gap of 3 seconds to Puscudia.
Yeah, it's almost like I can't really focus on him too much as well.
Nah, I mean, Imtiaz is really close now to Rusnak.
Imtiaz.
Yeah, and he got him.
And he's managed to get that move, and is now in the podium places. So.
But Rusnak has a big advantage, of course, because he can go on a mediums late.
Neither of them have any battery, either.
He will be quick in the end when he pits. Rusnak.
As we've got this fight once again, as Yumi and Chuck looks like just dropped off the back of these two here there. But every single lap this fight continues, and it's ridiculous how much he's got to fight as Marvin also close to the back of Adam here. But I don't think he wants to send another lunge into Piratella here, as
so he's almost in the points, so that's good.
A quick recovery is up ahead. That's Fagali running wide, and that's why he'll have just picked up that penalty.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm really wondering why so many drivers has gone for mediums at the start. Like, do you know the answer of that, or?
I don't know. For me, the ideal strategy is starting on hard. So
yeah. So I'm really wondering what Rusnak and Doroki can do, because they have a huge advantage in the end. They will be so quick.
Yeah. Odian's moved back past, and he also got DRS, so a calculated move from the McLaren. So we did see him make a move just before the DRS zone as Doroki's got back past Fagali. And once again, this fight continues.
Really impressive on the hards.
Yeah.
I think the mediums are like still quicker. Like maybe lap 10 they will drop off a bit.
So yeah, everyone seems to be really struggling to get that specific corner there.
Yeah.
On the exit of Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Always just run wide, and I'm surprised we haven't seen more penalties as Marvin's just going to have to wait a bit in this train at the moment, as they've all got DRS and he doesn't have too much battery either. Just on the dash you can see about 15% in the Alpines tank, as that's not going to give him enough resources to make a move.
Yeah. So this actually proves how hard it is to overtake in the DRS rank, because even a guy like Mur that was so quick in quali can't make it pass.
Yeah. Further up, Milan Dirksen and Bodian. Once again, Milan's going to switch it there. I thought he was going straight into the back of him for a moment. There's yellow flags, that's Adam Lapage. It's telling me my internet's gone. But at the same time, it's just that the game servers have gone off. So hopefully that's just me.
Yeah, let's hope that for the... I mean...
That was strange.
This game, man.
Hopefully I can re-get into the session as well. It looks like I can.
Yeah, you can. I hope we missed nothing special.
Yeah, I know. I think it might have just swapped to a safety car.
Yeah, I was like, there was one DNF, but yeah.
And
it is safety car.
It's a safety car. We haven't missed.
So we missed anything. Yeah.
The position order looks identical to what it was. As here we go. We've just about got back in time for the pit stops.
And now the medium runners are really happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still long, 22 laps on the hards to stay consistent in the end, but I mean, it's better than the other way around. Because the
Yeah,
hard runners, they just can't pit for mediums now. It's way too early.
yeah, and that's unfortunate for everyone who has decided to go for hards. Paul's come in though,
So
interestingly enough.
maybe that's what they were expecting. Like, there's definitely gonna be a safety car earlier than our pit stop. So maybe
Ferrari.
that's why they went for mediums.
Paul's gone for mediums now. He
So
started on hards, and
yeah.
he'll be the only person on track on those on that particular compound.
Oh, so Hill has gone for mediums, but oh, he will struggle in the end.
Yeah,
21 laps on medium. I mean, in the old game, that was like reasonable, but in this game,
yeah, the tires.
I've seen a guy in the old game do like 24 laps on mediums, and he was winning the race. But like this game, it's impossible.
Yeah, from my own knowledge, after 20 laps, the last time I tried that was with a safety car period in between as well.
Yeah,
I had 80%,
yeah, that's like
4% a
yeah.
lap of it is the way
I mean,
here.
and what's the damage settings of F2?
Standard.
Yeah, so flat tires are a thing. So I mean, if it's on reduced, it's not flat tires, I think. But... So yeah, I think Hill is really hoping for another safety car then.
Yeah,
But also, like the strategy of Rusnak and Doroki is like fully compromised now because, yeah, they will be so much slower than the guys behind him.
yep. While we're in the safety car period, let's have a look how the position changes up now. Rusnak and Doroki lead the way, however, and have gained a few positions, but they have still got to pit while everyone else can go to the end from here, so
Yeah.
they'll be hoping for another safety car.
Yeah, I think they're not that happy at the moment. Like there's,
There's barely any major position changes. The only one's Marvin, who's gone down 8.
like
But
I think the biggest winner is Mur, like because he dropped all the way back and is now on fresh
yeah,
hearts on P9. So
if he can, I think he's going to need to make the most of his. I think he needs to manage his battery a bit more this time round. Obviously, we saw him stuck in the DRS train with a lack of battery last time. But if he can do that and make 1 or 2 moves before DRS, then he definitely has a chance of getting into the fight for the win here. As long as Vlad doesn't fly off, as this looks really glitched. That tyre warming there, but that's probably just a connection problem in the game.
I hope it doesn't look like that for him.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Nah.
Well, we're going to have 20 laps of this race to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
anything can happen in that time. We got plenty of time. I would predict another safety car, I'd say. We normally get on average 2 or 3 a race in PCF2. As the safety car's in this lap, so we'll stay on board with Rusnak just to
So
see.
I'm gonna note those names down: Rusnak, Doroki, and Hill, and see in the end where they end up, because I think those are the 3 guys that are really hoping for another safety car.
Yeah.
The best way is that Hill's crawling up a bit on his fast mediums, and then hope for another safety car. And
Hill's gotta
otherwise,
hope it's not too soon as well.
I mean, because even if he gets P7 in the end, like the last few laps, he will probably be blown away by the rest, because he will be so slow in the end on the...
something's happened. Doroki's rained.
Oh, okay, so now he's definitely hoping for a safety car.
As here we go, we're off, and not the greatest of restarts from the Williams, as Vlad straight on the battery, and...
on old hearts, of course.
Is he going to try to get past here? I don't think so, but further behind, Milan Dirks and Bodien have continued their fight as there's yellow flags, and that's Robbie with a penalty, and Fagali in the wall. I'm not sure what's happened behind there, as everyone is making their way through. Oh my. I really hope that connection issue's just on my end, but everyone else looks fine to me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's not fun to race with or race against.
So Fagali caused the yellow flag, and that's why Lege Racer picked up the penalty, I think.
Yeah, I think he made
It's really
overtake.
tricky because if you're on full speed and all of a sudden it's a yellow flag and bam, 5-second penalty.
As Adam said, 20 laps on mediums is easy. That was my strategy.
Oh man, I think it's just.
It's going to be painful at the end.
He's just.
It's a yellow flag on
Oh,
Stordovich, and
and
Robbie's got another 3 seconds for corner cutting, so that's not multiple warnings, that's all in one go.
so yeah.
As Dino
Did
gets a
his
great
name,
exit there, but I just don't think he's got anything to be able to do, as Marvin Mern's got a 5-second penalty.
Oh. Okay, that's definitely not helping him with his comeback.
Here comes Vlad on the outside of the Williams. How hard is Rusnak going to defend this one? I think he's going to try help Dino out, as he looks like he's been hit from behind by the Williams there. And that's Vlad around, and he's going to be dropped all the way down to the back there.
Oh.
I'm not sure what's happened. I saw him get a bit of a hit from behind, and
wasn't it like someone behind him who tapped him?
I think it was Dino.
So he steered in too much.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's because when they were side by side, Vlad ended up on the sausage curbs, came back like onto the track. Obviously, he couldn't do much about it, and well, Dino was just a passenger. But
So
I don't think the Williams has damage. Looking visually, it looks okay, so he's got away with that one.
But I also got damage yesterday, and the commentator also said it looked okay, but I was having damage. But like the best thing now is that Rusnak is letting Puscadia by, and then Rusnak will get the DRS of Puscadia. That's the best thing, I think, because he's on older hards.
So I have a feeling Dino's going to go for the move here, and I don't think Rusnak's going to fight this one very hard. As DRS has enabled this lap as well, so the timing of this is very good for the Williams, especially if Rusnak can keep up now.
Yeah, for Dino it's it's like perfect, like.
Although depending on how that incident is, he might want to build a gap now, but
yeah, he can still get a penalty.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to watch back again. Obviously, we didn't get.
Yeah, we don't know if it's yeah. I mean, sometimes the driver behind can also seen responsible or being a racing incident. Like we didn't see it. Like, ooh, that's a glitch, I think. It even said sector 2 yellow flag, but there was nothing happening there.
Oh, Stordovich is it?
Stordovich is out.
Is that retirement on track? No, it's not. He's not moving again.
Nah, I think it's the wall, maybe. Yeah, so.
But no safety car, considering we've just had one a few laps ago. The game doesn't like to bring them out.
So.
It's just something random that happens with the game engine. It's interestingly enough, Marvin's up to 5th, is something I have noticed. Well, he has that 5-second penalty, maybe it could have been from a game glitch and could be removed, as here comes Imshaz actually, and he's managed to get his move done, but Rusak's going to try and stay alongside as they've made contact, and that's both of them who are going to suffer from that, as Marvin's now 2nd.
Yeah, I mean,
he also managed to get past Milan.
They're not making it mirror that hard now.
Yeah. So
was it a racing incident, or was it going so quickly?
I think Rusnak, I think he had the space, but it's going side by side at turn 1 isn't really the best of ideas, in my opinion.
You better stay behind.
I think he should have backed out there and just, held position. He was able to stay in the DRS of Dino, so there's no reason why you couldn't do it again, is my thoughts on that.
Yeah, fully agree with that. I mean, turn 1, if you can make it, don't do it. Like, just stay behind, get in the slipstream.
One thing tonight is Paul Hill's up to 5th on these mediums as well. I believe he was 12th or 13th.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, the best for him is to crawl up and then hope in the end maybe, or another safety car, or just hope the tires won't pop.
So that's a penalty for Jumienchuk in 4th place, and maybe he was just pushing the boundaries to try and get the DRS, which, I mean, it's worked for him, but he's got a penalty. As Rusnak sped into the pit lane and in for his stop.
Yeah, I mean,
I assume that might be damage potentially as well on the Williams.
He already lost a couple of places by that incident, so
just pit stop,
I think, it was looking quite good for him, but no.
Paul Hill moves up into 4th place. The medium's working well, but it looks like Jimmy Enchuk's going to try go down the inside. Sort of just
Yeah,
trying to hang his car in there, but
exit was not good.
yeah. Paul's going to be able to defend that one quite easily. And there's yellow flags again, where no one's spun, but there's a McLaren going slowly.
I mean, if I was like the Rocky, I would like pit really soon because there are a lot of guys behind him who have a big gap. But maybe he's hoping for another safety car and staying out. I don't know.
I think he's probably just banking on a safety car. I mean, he's got the pace to keep with these guys, and well, the guys further behind don't have DRS, as Bodian's frame once again, and
yeah, he's not having his best race.
I think his tyres are massively overheated at this point.
I'm also really wondering what Sørensen is thinking because he has still got to pit again and it's already at P13.
As there's more yellow flags. That's not anyone.
A lot of 4 yellow flags. Is that even real?
Oh, there we go. Someone's gone. I think was it Doroki and Kopashevsky? I think because Robbie's gone flying grey in there and he's gonna go for another overtake.
Oh man!
And he's just weaved through the gaps. This is close. That's
and yeah. I mean, that's what you get when you
go side by side. There is his yellow flag. So that's Bodian. I thought that was one of the leaders there because the leaders were just going through. And
safety car.
Doroki's gonna be happy.
Oh yeah. And I think Dino is furious.
Probably.
Oh man, but Mur is happy because now he can get his time penalty removed.
Yeah, if he wants to.
The only downside is he has to stick with the hards. He can't go back on his old mediums and softs are impossible. So
maybe if it's a penalty that like the stewards can remove after the race.
Yeah, but he has no choice. If he's gonna pit now, he will get his penalty removed. Oh, of course, because he has
because they started mediums and the softs aren't went to the end.
Nah. Yeah, I think I noticed he got 5 seconds because he cut at the corner while overtaking, so that could be real like.
This is also going to really help Paul out. Obviously, those mediums are still not going to be great, but
I mean, can you check the pit stop amount of the drivers? I want to see.
There we go.
Yeah, so the big winner is the Rocky, of course, and even Sørensen on his softs can now go. I think did he start on mediums or hards? I don't know, but
I think he started hards. I want to say.
Oh, Mur joined. Did he leave then?
As we got something in the chat, Bodian had had a lot of rear wing damage.
Ooh, yeah, and now he's out.
Ghosted. So did Marvin disconnect from the session? I think.
Yeah, he just joined back, so I think he's now rejoining.
Well, it's a good time to disconnect on the safety car, and there we go.
Oh, okay, he's back. Yeah,
that's good.
Oh.
That was a bit close.
Yeah.
You don't need an incident like PC F3 where there was 15 drivers involved in one incident under a safety car.
I mean...
Oh, Dino, don't do that, you're going to get the score. Oh my, that was close.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, there's a 2-second timer when you pass the safety car. If you're not back behind it within 2 seconds, you immediately get disqualified.
Oh my god, that was
that was like 1.8 or something.
Yeah.
That was cutting it very close.
Oh my god.
Dino's just keeping his distance now. He doesn't want to get near the safety car.
So Rusnak has pitted for softs and is all the way at the back. But I mean, in 5 laps the tires are dead, man. Like, I think it's
maybe it's hards. Interestingly.
Yeah, he went back to his hard. So, I mean.
Maybe a strategy could be just if Elliot's got, another set of softs. If he just doesn't catch the safety car, because at a reasonable pace doesn't catch it, then he gives himself an opportunity to pit for softs, and then he only has to do 10ish laps on them and doesn't have the extra 10% wear from under safety car. So he could do that theoretically,
Yeah. So isn't there like a rule in the Ero league rules that you get a penalty for passing a safety car? Or?
For passing it, I think that's just the game. I assume it's from a glitch where the safety car might have teleported.
Yeah, I can't imagine he did it himself. Like,
Yeah. As all, Rusnak's gone back to the 2-lap alt mediums. That's a good idea, actually.
oh yeah, that's
So he's in almost the same spot as Doroki here. Both of those two have
yeah,
really
but
fresh mediums. While they do
but it's
have to get,
still yeah,
they have to
it's
catch a lot,
still
but
yeah. That's what I mean. It's so hard to catch up. I mean,
they also don't have penalties. So a few of the positions will be
can you
essentially
check
free for them.
the amount of penalties they got? Oh,
Robbie's on 14.
14. Oh man, he can. Yeah, that's just impossible to get points now for him.
Marvin has
Unless
5. That could be removed. We don't know about that
yeah,
one.
it was for corner cutting and overtaking. So yeah, we don't know. I mean,
Shimmy and Shook and Fagardi have got track limit penalties,
yeah,
so
that's mostly not removable. Like, unless it happened in one corner, then
like if they got pushed wide off the track or as
yeah,
well.
okay, that's also a thing. Yeah.
And the safety car's staying out. If I was Elliot, I'd pit for softs right now, I can't lie. With
I mean, the top 10 is really comfortable because the quicker guys are at P11 and 13. So I think Dino is like not compromised by the safety car.
he's also got Marvin behind him. Now,
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, yeah, with that penalty and
I think if he doesn't get the penalty route, obviously Dino's not going to
yeah.
know if he can get it removed or not. With it being a 5-second
But
penalty, he
but
won't
it's really
know
tricky.
what it's for.
It's like the same situation with Paris in real life. Like, you know that you can maybe get penalized or you're changing your driving style. Like, Dino is now thinking like, oh, is it getting removed?
Yeah,
Then I might be pushing harder. But if he's like, nah, it's not getting removed, then he can chill a bit. So he has to choose.
I think
Oh
he needs like to know what it's for. If he knew, say if it was for like speeding in the pit lane, then he'd chill
yeah,
because that can't get removed in
he
pretty
doesn't
much
know
every
what it's for.
circumstance.
So
Yeah.
he
Also,
might be yeah.
we have to consider, obviously, with Dino's potential collision with the Haas earlier on, he might be thinking of pushing on ahead as well with, just in case that is a penalty. Obviously, he'll know himself about the contact, so
That's also a thing, yeah.
there's a lot of factors in this race.
Yeah, it's almost chess, man. Like,
I think for someone right now, if you're just like Milan Dirksen sitting in third, obviously he's not going to know this, but you're in a great place to potentially
he
pick up a
can
race
win
win
this.
on factors, yeah.
But yeah, maybe we didn't see something that he caused. Like maybe he also.
All I saw from him was just consistent fighting with Bodian. I don't think
yeah,
they had contact. Maybe they did.
So
I think Bodian spun at another point by himself.
So
But
first I was like, oh, Dino is like screwed by the safety car. But if you see like the guys behind him up till the number 10, they're all on old hards or medium.
yeah.
So
It's going to be a very interesting end, as everyone's pretty much at the same playing field, apart from the back three, as Dino goes out the final corner, gets the battery on, and he's going to be safe from the Alpine of Marvin here, as Milan Dirksen's got the battery on, and he's going for second place here. He's got a rocket ship in the back of that Haas.
Oh my.
He turns off the battery, he's going to try go around the outside. Marvin covers that off beautifully there.
That was beautiful by Mur. Nice defending.
And that's going to get Paul Hill and Jimmy Inchuk close, but this isn't particularly an overtaking spot here for Jimmy Inchuk. That's a good save there from a little bit of a moment, but he's kept himself going and not lost much time from it as well, so
yeah,
a good save there from the Alfa Romeo. Rocky looks to just be holding back a bit. I think he doesn't want to get involved. He might wait for incidents as well. I think that could be a good strategy. Pick off the overtakes that can easily be done as well. Again. The drivers are very good at catching these little moments right now, as Milan's already dropped quite a bit back here.
Yeah. There is the pace of Mur, and Mur is really close now to Puscudia.
Yeah. The two at the front have got a lot of
he will
pace
definitely.
at the moment.
Oh, little moment there, but will they get him? Oh,
that's lag.
Yeah, that was lag. I hope.
Yeah.
Oh.
So here comes Paul Hill.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too.
The Ferrari heading now down towards Tamburello. He's going to have the move done. I don't think Milan's going to fight this back. Yeah, no. Paul luckily also breaks later, but that's compromised his line there a little bit. But not enough for Milan to be able to get alongside, as he had a think of a move again, but these
I
drivers
think
are
this is
already getting
also the
aggressive, and he runs
yeah,
a bit
Dirksen
wide,
off track,
inviting the Alfa Romeo.
and Dirksen is now losing place. I mean, this is also like the crossover of the mediums and the hards. Like, it's not that one of them is like significantly quicker or something.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how Polska, what it is like to the front two, as I
Yeah.
want to know how those mediums are performing. Obviously, he's done a lot of laps under safety car on them, so
Yeah.
they won't be like as worn as they would normally be.
Yeah.
But I still think it's going to be close to the crossover.
Like the Rocky just overtook Fagali, and Rose is also really close. So do you remember, like Puscadia, the one that spun with that battle with him? Who was it again?
It was Rosie.
Oh, but it was not the worst incident. Like he spun and he, so that's maybe 5 or 10 seconds if you're responsible for it. Like,
oh, Imchess has to back out there. He carried too much overspeed. Milan just parked his car in the middle of the track and said,
ooh.
"There's no way through for you as Rusnak and Sorensen fighting," but that one ended pretty quickly.
Milan is not really quick at the moment, man. He's dropping.
It seems like maybe he's been taken out of rhythm by the safety car. That was close.
Oh my. I mean, you were even talking about a potential win of Dirksen, and now he's at P5. Like,
yeah, he's really jumped out the flow here, and
Yeah.
I've also potentially given him the commentator's curse a bit.
what I was thinking, like, if maybe Puscadia was responsible, and maybe he gets 10-second penalty, and then Mur with that 5 seconds still wins. Like, oh yeah, he's also dropping back, of course. So Hill could also be looking good now.
Yeah, Rocky, is he going to try to the inside? There's contact there, and the Alpine's been
my
spun
God,
as
that
that's
was
a
not-
big collision.
That was not so smart, man. Like, you're not going side by side through Alta, like Variante Alta, is it, right?
Yeah, they almost tried to go 3 wide. That's a dive from Rocky, but
Oh man.
he's getting very aggressive on those mediums now in the Red Bull.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Leggy Razor is going into the pits. Oh, he's not. I mean, he's 14 seconds and all the way to the back now.
Milan's almost pushing him, Shaz, through there.
Ooh. And he has lost the place again, so let's see if Kopachevsky can gain on Milan now, because they're fighting hard and Milan is dropping. So.
Yeah, Milan's still trying to get back past him, Shaz. Maybe he knows that people have got better pace than him. It's Kopachevsky, speaking of him.
Imagine another safety car. Imagine.
I like how. So I said that about. What did I say now? When I can't remember. I said something. Oh yeah, about Milan winning the race, and then he drops back, and then as soon as you say, "Can Kopachevsky now catch Milan?" and then.
And now Hill is in that spot. Like, I mean, of course, his mediums will wear out real soon, but imagine if Puscadia gets penalized for that incident and Mur also, so potential podium could be Hill, Imtiaz, and Dirksen now.
Yeah.
With the penalties of Mur.
The gap's going to be interesting, though. I'm not sure. Well, Dirksen and Imtiaz, if they keep fighting, they're going to drop that gap, and Imtiaz has no battery there. I thought Dirksen was going to dive it to the inside, but luckily not. It's further back, Sorensen and Fagali are fighting. So
Sorensen was totally lost, and all of a sudden he's in the points now. That's what a safety car can do. Oh, I actually was wrong. Did I say Mur? I mean Puscadia, of course, on podium. Like Puscadia, Hill, and Imtiaz.
I thought the Williams was going to dive it to the inside. The Williams is on the grass there,
God.
And yeah, the grass isn't going to provide you great grip, and it's rained. As these are still fighting.
I mean,
Kia,
it's not a lawnmower, so no. Oh, and Dirksen is also now out of the podium chances. I mean, 3 seconds, that's just too much. So, yeah. So, virtually, Puscadia, Hill, and Imtiaz are looking really good now.
Yeah.
But I'm really wondering how much Hill will drop back in the end. because of its medium tires.
Is this going to be the move for the lead here? I saw the gap was close, but
Yeah.
Marvin's just got no straight line speed here at all in that Alpine. He's also not got battery to play with, so
Ooh, it's a little bit laggy.
yeah, it's not as bad as before. It's just he's got porpoising. That's all it is right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we said, it's really risky now because Dino can think like, ah man, just let him go and take the win, but maybe that penalty will be removed. So he's like, oh man.
Yeah.
I would say never gamble on a penalty getting removed or not. Always just keep
go.
pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's racing.
It seems like Dino's really comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, I mean,
he's managing to keep the Alpine behind, and on a straight line, he's got the straight line speed to keep the Alpine behind. So.
Yeah. And I think in clear air, Muir is quicker, but like it's so hard to overtake in Imola with.
Yeah.
I mean, there was like 2-3 tenths between them in quali. I mean, that's like not enough to overtake.
Yeah. I have to say, Dino also has about a 10% battery advantage as the gaps now are really expanding. So Marvin's going to stay on the podium as it stands regardless, and potentially could even keep P2 with how much that gap's going up to Paul Hill. As for the Rockies,
the Rocky, yeah, I was just going to say.
I don't think at the moment.
I mean, he is also looking really good now. I totally forgot about him. I mean, look at the penalties and
moment, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Penalties.
Yeah.
I think if he got the clean air with the fresher mediums, he could really make an impact. As that's a really close one, and the Haas.
Oh, he almost make him spin.
He's got to thank Milan for not spinning there, as Milan had a really big loss of traction, and that would have been both of them, mate. I think.
Yeah.
Would have brought a very low safety car.
Yeah. The Alpine in the back is just going for another set of softs, like he doesn't care.
I mean, he's just probably trying to fastest lap.
Sorensen with a penalty, so he might not be looking. Oh yeah, he's safe for points, I think. Unless he has like 6 seconds now.
I think that was his first penalty, so only
3 seconds, yeah.
Here comes Rocky, not close enough, but someone who is close enough is Marvin finally. And here goes the Alpine.
And now I'm wondering, like, if Mur is really that 3 tenths quicker lap, he should be pulling away now.
Yeah.
But yeah, quali is so much different, of course, and I see him lagging all over the place, but that's probably not himself.
As Rocky has managed to get off into 6th here ahead of the 2 Haas drivers. As Rosu's got a good run on Dirksen here. Is he going to try it into Villeneuve? No, backside, and that's a wise move there.
Yeah.
Just being patient. Also not got a penalty, so he'll probably beat the Haas anyway, and potentially even Shimiensha, because the gaps are quite close up and down the grid. As I think Robbie's now on 17 seconds.
Yeah, at least.
Also,
maybe even 20.
His name's changed when I've rejoined
the
lobby.
His name changed like a long time ago already. Like I think after the first. No, I think that moment that the moment that you lagged out of the game. Oh, Rosu.
Safety car.
Safety car. Oh my god.
It was literally. If we'd have been round this corner and across the line, it wouldn't have been possible for the safety car to come out.
They're staying out.
They're staying out. Paul stays out as well. Surely, someone's just got to go for it. Shimiensha, here comes him. She has into the pit lane. The Rocky's got the fresher mediums anyway, so.
I think I know the theory behind why Puscadia also stayed out. I think Mur was like, if I stay out and I can get the penalty removed, because if he went in, he was dropping back 5 seconds.
Mer's disconnected.
Oh, and Puscadia was staying out because Mur is staying out. That's probably the reason.
Another thing to note is, the safety car's about to go in anyway. Like, this lap it's forced in, no matter what at the end of it. So,
yeah, I think, so in the game, they're never ending it on safety car.
As Mer's back in, okay, that's good. He's got 2 laps just to stay in the lobby. And This is going to be a sprint to the end here. Paul Hill's on 19 lap out mediums as well for this.
I think it's impossible for the soft runners. Yeah.
The podium right now could be Pushkadia, Hill, and Derocky based on penalties.
Yeah, I mean the field is now. But how can Imtiaz and Leggy Razor even catch up with safety car now? I mean,
Imtiaz will catch up from the tyre warming. Laggy, I don't think he's catching there.
So the rule in the it's already in. Yeah, in real life it would have ended on the safety car, I think.
Yeah, probably. It would either have been that or depending
I mean,
on
instead
Robbie caught 1 lap.
I mean, if it's not like Abu Dhabi. Oh my god.
We don't need that again.
Nah.
Here we go. I'm really interested to see what Marvin's going to do with this restart. This is going to be a really big fight now between everyone.
I mean, still Dino is I think he's fine with it because the chance that there they go.
As Jimmy Enchuk's really close to the back of Paul Hill here. Does he have the straight line speed though is the question. I'm not sure he quite does. It's going to be close. Is he going to send it into turn 1?
No.
This is a mess. There goes Milan Dirksen up the inside.
Oh my god.
And he's had to go flying over the curbs. There's someone on the gravel as well. That's a massive piece of contact. That's Paul Hill gone round, I believe. As everything's kicking off here. Rusnak's now fourth out of nowhere. And he's on the same lap old mediums as Derocky was, essentially. So,
oh my god.
And he's got the fresher tyres. Is he going to be able to win this race on penalties?
But don't forget Imtiaz. Don't forget Imtiaz on his fresh
Imtiaz is on fresh offs in 5th as well. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
He's currently defending from Fagali. This is a very interesting end to this race. Anything can still happen. But we're only going to have 1 lap to go in about 20 seconds time as this lap's flown really quickly. Fagali's got another penalty there. So that brings his total to 6, I believe.
Yeah, I think the podium now is Puskadia, Rusnak, Imtiaz virtually.
Imtiaz.
Yeah,
he's using the battery. He's only got 30% left already. He's going to go down the inside of the Williams. And he's going to get that move done and up into 4th place. Next up, Jimmy Enchuk for him. But he's not got the best of exits there. Slightly
I think it's impossible for Imtiaz to gain 3 positions. But I think, yeah. I mean, he doesn't win anything with this because if he's staying like this, he's getting P2. If he overtakes Jumansuk, he's getting P2. So if I was him, yeah, just don't take too much risk now. But like, oh man, Mur must also be fuming that. Like, but maybe he got pushed. We don't know. Like,
Imtiaz is really looking to try and get past Jimmy Enchuk regardless here.
If I was him, I would like cool off a little. Like,
it's a track limits penalty, which I don't think. And there's another warning potentially for the Alfa Romeo.
It's more important that he's staying in front of Rusnak than overtaking Jumansuk. So. And don't try it here, mate.
Don't try it.
No.
He's gone for it.
Oh my god.
Hold your breath. It's somehow gone well.
I mean, it was an impressive overtake, but why? He's still P2.
Yeah, that's...
So I think Mur is dropping back to P5, 6, I think.
Yeah, so Marvin wins on track.
Yeah.
Takes the win on penalties. Imtiaz in second. Who gets the podium then?
Yeah, Rusnak.
Mur still gets the podium.
What? How is that possible?
By 3/10.
Oh, okay.
So the gap extended to 5.3, so he really got on the pace there.
Yeah, and it's still unsure. I mean, maybe Piscadia's getting penalized, or maybe Mur's penalties removed. We don't know, but at the moment, yeah,
that's the order we've got at the moment.
Wow. I think I calculated like Mur is dropping back to P. But yeah, maybe in the last couple of corners, Rusnak lost some time. But I mean, Imtiaz, wasn't he like before the last? He was like nowhere, I think.
Yeah, he was the only one to box for fresh softs, and it paid off.
And I was like, that's impossible. I think it was P10 or something.
Yeah.
And he's now P2, man. Wow.
That's a very good drive to get up to second right at the end there.
Yeah. I mean, you can say some guys were really fortunate with the safety cars, because without the safety cars, Mur would never have ended on a podium, but
Mhm.
still, you gotta give him some respect for doing it.
Yeah,
I mean, he won on the track, and
takes a lot of skill to do that, especially considering he was last at
yeah.
one point.
So the in-game driver of the day, I haven't seen it, but who is your driver of the day? Like,
There's a lot of different people you can say here.
I mean, I'm not always looking at the end result because
Yeah,
Imtiaz only gained P2 in 2 laps. I mean, in the whole race, he didn't do anything that special, in my opinion. But I think, yeah, oh man, it's so hard because I don't even know, man.
yeah, it's a really difficult one to call this.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
My main two are Dino and well,
yeah. I mean,
well,
Mur
Mur still got
also,
helped with the safety cars. He also made the pass on track. He did so much to fight back through the grid and make plenty of overtakes and did it cleanly
yeah,
as well, which wasn't always the case for everyone this race, but
yeah. I think I would still give it like, yeah. I think Puscadia and Mur were just the quickest today.
yeah,
I
definitely.
wouldn't choose between them. They both were amazing. Of course, Mur was a little bit lucky, but yeah,
Well,
ah, it was intense, mate.
yeah, that was very, very intense.
Wow. So, are you actually interviewing someone? Like,
Uh, I'm sure we've got time.
yeah, well,
Top three.
I remember from last week, like nobody was really interested. I was asking Dino myself, but yeah, it would be nice if you get Mur because he can tell us about the 5 second penalty.
Mhm. Okay, so here we go. So Dino, Imshaz, and Mur. We'll get those three in.
Not at the same time, I hope.
Someone will just sit on mute while we wait.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that 5 second penalty of Mur. Like, if you can tell us what happened.
Alright, I'll move us quickly to conference VC. Alright, there we go. And we should have some people joining in a second.
Who?
Marvin said no problem, but I don't know what that was responding to.
Yeah, maybe your
And
question.
Dino said sure.
Yeah, Dino is always willing to, I think. Also last week. I think he's used to getting interviewed because of his many wins.
Yeah, it was like this last season, but I didn't do interviews too often last season. I think I did about 2 or 3 throughout the season, and every single one Dino was in.
Yeah. Oh, there's Dino.
There we go. Hello, Dino.
Hello.
Hello, hey, GG's with the for now win, let's say, for now, because we don't know what's happening with the penalty of Mur.
Yeah, that's so a big concern. I saw that he got a penalty for gaining the positions and corner cutting, which might be removed if it was a glitch in the game. So as of now, I'm just celebrating my win, and if I don't get a win, then P2 is definitely gonna be enough to extend the lead a little bit in the championship.
So
Yeah.
another very strong drive from you here, where you and Marvin had a lot of pace compared to the rest of the field. Vlad early on, but unfortunately he just got bogged down in the midfield for the Haas. So he wasn't really able to get back up to fight with you guys at the front. But yeah, very good pace this race. And, well, we've seen that a lot from you this season so far. Just having good pace and then being in the right place at the right time also. And it's a good combination to win races, it seems.
Yeah, it's already the 4th win of the season. I'm incredibly happy. Even after the 3 mediocre races we've had previously in Monza, Australia, and Austria. No, and Bahrain. But honestly, I wasn't expecting to be at the top. I was practicing today and my pace wasn't really there, so I tried a different setup for the race, which I didn't really practice with, and I just found pace out of nowhere. And with Marvin Miller, we had an intense fight for the lead before the final safety car. I was trying to do different moves, like I was trying to just break the slipstream, so I was sometimes going on the left side of the track, sometimes on the right side of the track. Just just so keep him confused, so he wouldn't come close to me so soon. But
Yeah.
overall, it was incredibly fun and it was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I've like one short question because I was really wondering what was going to your mind. Like, were you thinking I have to still push hard because maybe that penalty is going to get removed, or were you more like chilled, like the penalty will save me, so I will definitely win? What was the thing you were thinking?
Honestly, it was a mix of both. Because I didn't know what the penalty was for, so I kind of knew that I needed to push because it might have been removed if it
Yeah.
was like a speeding in the pit lane penalty or overtaking on the yellow flags or something like that. But on the other hand, I was just keeping it clean. I had 2 warnings, so I didn't really want to push. So I was just keeping it safe because of the penalty. So it's a mix of both.
Yeah, fair enough. That's reasonable. I just hope for you that the penalty won't get removed, and otherwise, yeah, P2 is still decent. So, still, congratulations with your result then.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, all good.
Well, I have no other questions myself. Then at the moment.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Murra. Is he also?
I don't know.
Would be really nice because I also want to ask him that question. Like, that he just can explain that situation, why he got that penalty.
Don't know if he was responding to the interviews or
Hmm.
if he. I don't think he's joining. Otherwise, I think he would have joined the VC, and I could have dragged him. But yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Let me see. Maybe. Where's the? So he didn't respond at all.
I think he was responding to someone else when he said no problem, and I'd say yeah, I don't think we got a response, but
Yeah.
maybe try again. And if so, we'll move to
Yeah,
him, or he can join, and then he can get an interview.
I also asked him in the F2 chat, like,
Okay.
oh, he's. Yes, I won. He wants.
Oh, okay. Tell
So,
him to join a VC, or he can. Can he see the conference VC? I mean, he's got
Nah,
the
maybe just join a
talking.
random VC and we will drag you in.
Yeah. Unless he might be able to see this VC because he's got the
Yeah.
staff role.
Yeah, then he should be able to, I think.
Yeah, I can
He's-
see him. Hold up, let me close all this stuff there, and then I can drag him in.
Oh, he's trying.
There we go.
Giving a minute.
Alright, there we go. Hello.
Oh, there he
Hello.
is. Yeah. Yo.
So how was that race from your end, would you say? Obviously we saw you had the collision early on, but then you brought it back and finished
Yeah.
on the podium.
Yeah, race pace wasn't that bad. At turn 1, as you saw, I collided with the person that was side by side with me. Then I came back from P12, I guess. I did a comeback. Then suddenly I got that 5-second time penalty.
Yeah,
It was a yeah, what?
Yeah, I've a really I have a question about that because can you explain what happened with that 5-second penalty because it can depend on your race win. Like,
Yeah. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I was like behind this Ferrari. Then
Mhm.
suddenly they said to me he spun alone. my game desynced. Then they told me you need to cede that position, or you will receive a time penalty. So I did not know what to do, and I did
Yeah.
not give him the position back.
That sounds like a glitch.
Yeah, I will
So,
investigate that.
so if you just keep your recording, you might be safe for the win, but you never know what's happening. But
Hopefully, yes.
yeah, but thanks for the explanation, and still, yeah, GG's with for now the
Yeah,
P3 or
not bad. I did it. I fought back after I passed Dino. I was almost he was behind me. Then I made a 2.5 or 2 second gap at the end of the race.
yeah. So I can see in the chat that Paul is saying that it was no glitch, but yeah, let's just wait for the stewards to see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see.
Do you have a question, Luke?
Yeah, one more question I have is I just want to talk about that qualifying lap that you did because it was 3/10 quicker than anyone else.
Yeah,
That was
I
ridiculous.
did it for my second time, by the way.
Yeah, I saw. I was surprised at how good your like banker lap was with a 15.4. That was already impressive enough, and then
Yeah.
to improve that to a
insane,
15.2.
man. I mean, the top 5 was 1 second off, man. Like,
It was an insane lap, the last lap. I even could have got a 15.0,
oh man.
but I did many mistakes on the first sector.
So is it just that you are just really good at Imola, or or are you finally showing us the pace you got?
No, I'm really good on Imola.
Okay, well, let's hope you're also a little bit like this in the next race. I mean,
Hopefully.
yeah. Well, thanks for your time, and GG's with points.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, well, that's all we are going to have time for today, as I don't think there's anyone. I didn't get a response from Inches, so I assume he probably doesn't want an interview. I've asked him multiple times before and he hasn't, so we just once again like to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this race. It was very, very interesting.
Yeah, it was chaos, man.
Yeah. A lot of things to commentate over, which was good, as I was hoping for that.
Well,
Back into
luckily
this
you weren't
one.
alone.
Yeah, that was good. I wouldn't have been able to keep up probably, but yeah. Next week, where are we heading? Jeddah, I believe.
Jeddah, yeah, Jeddah.
Jeddah's going to be a very interesting race. One of my personal favourite tracks.
Yeah, it's a really nice and flowing track. I mean, but it's so dangerous.
Yeah, I think that could be one of a lot of safety cars if Imola's anything to go off. But yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see you all back again next week in Jeddah, and goodbye.